Okay, we are recording. So welcome to Team Call. Today is October 1st. I cannot believe it's October. We have like 90 days until 2019. Blows my mind. Okay, so for announcements, we have quite a few. So let me get my list pulled up. The first announcement is that it's October 1st, like I just mentioned, and the Shift Shop Challenge Packs and Accessory Bundles are now live on the teambeachbody.com website, plus two what they're calling quick shift prep workouts and a free sample Shift Shop workout, and all of the new program materials are on Beachbody On Demand. Also remember that customers and coaches can get $20 off of all of the Shift Shop Challenge Packs and Completion Packs this month. And then on October 22nd, Shift Shop will launch the Proving Grounds, which is the two new kind of additional workouts that essentially score your performance against a clock with a series of challenges that test your speed and strength. And that is FAQ 773 for more details. Also, don't forget that if you purchase one of the new Shift Shop offers, that's really hard to say fast, or you sell a Shift Shop Challenge Pack or Completion Pack, you qualify for access to Chris Downing's exclusive coach test group, which officially kicks off on October 22nd as well. That is FAQ 3776 if you want more info on that. I will also say to check out the live video that Mallory did in our team page yesterday. I believe it's a two-part video because I think her first one got cut off, but she really does a great job explaining how to utilize these launches. If you're a new coach or if you've never been through a launch before, she does a really great job kind of explaining how to utilize the Shift Shop sort of relaunch to launch or relaunch your business. And we'll definitely be sharing more in our team pages about that as we go. Mallory and I are working on putting together a kind of a Shift Shop sneak peek group on Facebook where it'll be like a 3-day group where you can invite customers, either old customers who are interested in getting plugged into the relaunch of Shift Shop or prospective customers who are interested in purchasing those challenge packs. You can get them plugged into that sneak peek group. We'll share all of the ins and outs as to what the Shift Shop Proving Grounds is, and hopefully that will help get you guys some customers as well. So just kind of stay on the lookout for that. Do your own research on those FAQs though, because you may come up with a really creative way to utilize that launch for your business as well. So just be sure to take some initiative there. The second announcement is hopefully you have gotten the email from corporate. I'm pretty sure all coaches in the network got it about the Make Your Mark in October. It's essentially like a reward system for the month of October where if you kind of hit these different benchmarks, you get different levels of prizes and awards. You can learn more at FAQ 3782 or teambeachbody.com/make your mark. They have some really awesome prizes in there that just encourage you to get Success Club points, get your coaches into Success Club and things like that. So really awesome way for you to push your limits this month. If you have been consistently getting 2 or 4 Success Club points, maybe this is the month that you really kind of up the ante and get into Success Club. If you've been consistently hitting Success Club 5, maybe this is the month that you shoot for 10. And if you've been consistently hitting 10, maybe this is the month that you shoot for 20. So really awesome incentives there. The other thing is that Lift 4 and Meste Moss is now officially in the BOD library for all BOD users. So everybody should have access to that. If you want to reach out to all of your old challengers, customers, and coaches and just remind them that they do have access to that program now at no extra charge. And kind of going along with that, the next announcement is that the launch of A Little More Obsessed, which is Autumn's new 6 workout collection of exclusive content that is kind of an extension of the 80-Day Obsession program. These workouts are a little bit shorter, which they're still 45 minutes. So if you've done 80-Day Obsession, you know that that is like a little bit shorter. But for those of you who haven't done 80-Day Obsession, you're probably like, what, 45 minutes? But they can kind of be done as like a graduation of 80-Day Obsession from the original program, or they can be integrated into 80-Day Obsession to kind of create some variety. So that is FAQ 3682, and that officially launches on BOD on October 8th. Only for those customers, coaches, or challengers who have a monthly nutritional subscription. So Performance Line or Shakeology, if you have those on the monthly subscription, or if your customers or coaches have that on Home Direct, they will have access to those workouts on the 8th, which is next Monday. If you do not have a Shakeology or another nutritional subscription, then those workouts will be available to you and your customers and coaches in BOD on January 2nd. So keep that in mind. FAQ 3682. The next announcement, October is crazy, you guys. Mallory and I were just talking about how crazy October is. A really awesome one that if you have not purchased your summit tickets for 2019, you need to do so now, because between the dates of October, I think it's 20th and the 31st, they're offering a $145 discounted ticket. The prices on these tickets will never be this low. This is actually the price that they launched the tickets at Summit the year before. And so those prices will go up to like $195. So you're getting a really awesome deal by purchasing your Summit ticket between the dates of October 20th and the 31st. You can go to coachsummit.com for all of the event and registration details. If you have questions about Summit specifically, ask your upline coach or post in the team page, or check out FAQ 3691. If you're a brand new coach and you're like, well, I don't know where I'll be at this time next year, be at Summit. Just guarantee yourself, promise yourself that you will be at Summit next year. And regardless of where you're at in your business, July of next year, which is when Summit is, I can promise you that Summit will benefit you. So just promise yourself essentially that you'll be here a year from now and get that Summit ticket purchased, and be sure to ask your upline or the team what questions you have. Another really awesome incentive, this is Summit for Summit Travel Cash. They've never done this before. It's incentive for diamonds and below, so it's everybody on this call. If you're a diamond coach or below, you can earn up to 200 bonus points in Summit Travel Cash to help offset the cost of attending Summit 2019. Summit 2019 will be in Indianapolis, and to qualify for these extra 200 kind of bonus points in Summit Travel Cash, you have to have purchased a Summit ticket by October 31st. So if you haven't purchased your Summit ticket yet, buy it between the 20th and the 31st for that discounted price. If you've already bought your Summit ticket, you already qualify for this. You have to be a lifetime diamond coach or below at the time that you purchase your ticket, and you have to achieve Success Club in October, November, and December. So if you purchase a Summit ticket, or if you purchase one by the 31st of this month, you're a diamond coach or below, and you hit Success Club every month the rest of the year, October, November, December, you get $200 in bonus points to go towards Summit Travel Cash to help kind of offset the cost for next year. Another really awesome incentive to hit Success Club this month. If you don't have a ticket yet, be sure to take advantage of that flash sale and see FAQ 3394 for more information on that Summit Travel Cash incentive. Other than that, just to wrap up announcements so we can get into the meat of this call. I can't believe announcements are taking like 10 minutes. The October marketing plan has been posted in the Dream Dynasty Coaches team page, so be sure to check out that with the launch of the relaunch of Shift Shop, October boot camps and accountability groups, and then the launch of the A Little More Obsessed workouts, plus Super Sunday being on October 20th, which is an announcement that I somehow skipped over. I'll talk about that really quickly in a second. All of that is on that calendar. Utilize that marketing calendar to either create your own or to just, strategize ideas on when you want to create groups for this month, free groups, challenge groups, things that you can co-lead with the team. And also make note of the fact that this coming weekend, Saturday morning at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time, unless it changes between now and then, we're going to have a coffee chat, and we will kind of really dive into our marketing plans and talk about our strategy for October so that we can all, kind of just set the tone for the month super early on and kind of mastermind with each other. Super Saturday is the weekend of October 20th. That's FAQ 9792. You can find a Super Saturday nearest you. I want everybody to share in the chat feature of this call right now where you plan on attending Super Saturday at. If you have never been to a Super Saturday, you don't even know what it is, just post where you live and we will help you find one that's close to you. Super Saturday is our quarterly event that's hosted once every quarter, and it's kind of just a way for us to get together in person. In-person events are so important for coaches, regardless of where you're at in your business. A lot of times there's a live workout either with a celebrity trainer or a master trainer. There'll be some guest speakers, some top coaches, just really good information and updates from corporate. We have lots going to St. Charles Super Saturday. Farrell's going to, I always say this wrong, Des Moines. There's no S. Okay, got it. Awesome. St. Charles. Very cool. Pittsburgh. Brooklyn's birthday party. That's okay. For those of you that cannot make it to an in-person Super Saturday, we will share that corporate video with the team. Austin. Very cool. Okay. Be sure that you commit to a Super Sunday. And then we will kind of debrief after that. Other than that, that's all the announcements that I have. That's all I could think of. Now that we are 10 minutes into our call, what we really want to talk about tonight, I'm about to pass the mic over to Mallory, is this new, what we're calling a leadership badge kind of mentorship group program, push group thing that we are starting. And if you have been on, a coach for more than a second, you know that our team is consistently trying to find ways to be innovative and create duplicable systems that our team can use to onboard new coaches, to grow as leaders based on where you're at in your business and what your goals are. Somebody who is doing this just as a side hustle and wants to pay for their groceries every month, and is content with being an Emerald coach, the way that you strategize your business and the way that you plan your month and the way, your daily business activities and just things moving forward looks very differently than somebody who really wants to go all in with this coaching thing, but just doesn't know where to start. And so Mallory is going to kind of break down what these different groups look like. And we are really confident in the fact that this is going to be a really innovative way for us to ensure that all of our coaches are kind of being put in the pods that are best designated for where you're at in your business right now and where you want to be going, regardless of what that looks like for you. So it's going to be a really awesome way for our team to end this fourth quarter strong. There's 3 months, 90 days, 1 quarter exactly left of this year. And our teams are determined to hit 5-star elite. And this will definitely get us there. And it will help you get to exactly where you want to be in your business as well. We're going to set up some really awesome guest speakers for these push groups that I think will really help kind of inspire and motivate each of you as well. And it's going to be a really fun way for us to really utilize our team to grow, learn, and build each of our own businesses. With kind of a more personalized mentorship approach. Like I said, that's really conducive to where you're at in your business, so that you can learn based on exactly where you're at. So I'm going to go on ahead and pass it over to Mallory. Hopefully we don't have any issues with this, but she's going to share her screen with you guys to really show you what these groups look like. They will be hosted on Facebook, and she's going to go through kind of what your responsibilities in that group would look like, because even though these are essentially mentorship groups for us to help each of you, you still have a responsibility as a member of that group to kind of uphold those daily business activities to advance from one group to the other. So I'm going to stop talking and pass it over to her, and then we'll come back to Q&A. If you have any questions along the way, post them in the chat, and we'll get to those at the end. Mallory?
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so real quick, I just kind of want to add on to what Beth was saying of why we created this group. And I think it's because our teams have grown pretty rapidly over the last couple months. And so some of our coaches have kind of like moved really fast, and some are just like moving along and everyone's moving forward. But we wanted to create these groups so that, like we said from day one, your business is your business. So when you sign up as a coach, you walk as slow as you want, you run as fast as you want, and these groups really kind of give you the guidelines to figure out what your pace is, and then it gives you like really actionable things to do every single day. So what we did was kind of mirror this off of another coach that does something similar. She put together these pods and posted a similar outline in our regional training group. And Beth and I really liked them just because it was very simple and totally applicable to our group at the time. So let's just kind of dive in, and let me see what happens when I try and share my screen. Let's see. Give me a second.
We can see your screen. It'll be good.
You can?
Yeah.
Look at me. Okay. This is like on my 9 to 5. I'm like, call Dave over, who's my IT person. Got it. Okay. Look at this. Okay. So group 1. So this is really like, you sign up as a coach, day 1, everyone is going to be in this group, and this is called the LEAP badge. And just so you know, all of us are really going to start from this group and then kind of see where we're at over the next few weeks. And then we'll start talking about the next group. we'll get into after this. But this is really just the daily action plan. And this is just a simplified version of a lot of those trackers that we've been using. But basically the point of these groups is we're going to go through all of these things that you need to do on a daily basis. And then once you really master this, we're going to kind of bump you up to a different group for a few different things. So this is all of the basic things that you need to be doing. Just like we talk about all the time, you're doing your workout every day. You're following your workout calendar, whether it's to be or whether it's Lift 4 or 80-day obsession or whatever it is. You're drinking your shake. You're following your meal plan. You're doing your personal development. Everyone should be doing their personal development. 10 to 15 stories on Instagram. I think we're all pretty solid with it. And I think we all have our off days of it, like we all get burned out. And so using these trackers, honestly, and I've talked about with my team, this isn't a way for you to this is a way for you to not get overwhelmed and to not get burnt out. Because I think it's something that when you're going through these checklists, you can be like, oh my God, I did half this stuff by noon today and I didn't even try. So keep going, posting 2 to 3 value added posts on Facebook or Instagram. And that, to me, that counts like you're sharing something on Instagram and you're sharing something similar, same image, same message or whatever on Facebook, because we both know that there are different audiences sometimes. Adding 10 new people to your network every day. So you're just following new people and you're hoping that they follow you back. You're sending 15 friendly messages on Facebook, which is almost like a follow-up to the people that you've probably started following from previously. Or when someone follows you back, really easy. Someone follows you back, you send them a quick message, hey, thank you so much. Or you comment on some of their things, knock it off the list. It's very simple. Sending 10 challenge group invites, which is also as simple as you putting a poll out there and then responding to everybody that's interested or somebody commenting on your post and you following up, that counts as an invite. So make sure you're giving yourself credit for those things that you're doing. Sending 5 follow-up messages. And honestly, if you're sending that many invites, you probably have more follow-up messages some days than others. But making sure you're checking in with at least 5 of those people. And then making sure you're checking into this team page every day. And of course, checking in with your challengers every day. So something else, this is the daily action plan that we want you guys to do and to master. And once you're doing this and you're getting through your coach training, that is really going to kind of bump you up into the next level. So let me open up. I can't open up my Google Doc. Beth, do you want to hop on and kind of explain a couple of the other that we talked about and just milestones that we want you guys to hit before we move you on to the next group? One of them was hitting Success Club 5. So first thing, I'm sorry, what?
If you click on the description of this group right now, the about or the description or whatever, it'll
got it.
Yeah, all of the objectives.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay, thanks, Beth, IT girl. Okay, so like we said, from day one, you're going in this program. So the first thing that we do, and you guys know this, is you go through your new coach training. So my girls know that all of this new coach training is in those pods on in our page in the different units. So we have 30 days of coach training that started last week that will go through this 30 days. So we have 3 weeks left of that. And we're all going to be in this group until we complete it. You've made your new coach announcement post, which a lot of the girls on this call have done. But again, this is for when you're signing up new coaches and making sure they understand their responsibilities as far as this group goes. You have saved all of your notes and tools somewhere that makes it easy for you to access. And notes and tools, I mean, like the daily tracker. Make sure you have that saved in a Google Doc. Make sure you have it saved on your phone somewhere, just so you have a reminder. Making sure that you have somewhere a tracker. What's your tracker as far as following up with leads and prospects and all of that. And then as you go on, you know that you're going to develop your own habits. You're going to create things for yourself, but making sure that you have a way and a system so that it's easy and convenient for you. That you've created your list of 100 connections. I think a lot of times we get so wrapped up in going straight into the coach office that you're on like day 12 and nobody's reached out to anybody, so making sure you've gone through your list of 100 people, and you know what, do it again. I think we all need to go through this again. We're all going through this from day one, starting from their sleep badge. I think we all do it again and share it in our group, share it in this team page within the next 48 hours. You understand how to navigate coach office and use share a cart, which that again will kind of come because part of this is also making sure you have success club points. So you understand the 4 vital behaviors. You are making sure you're active in our group and you're asking questions, but you've gone through all of this training, and making sure you're putting it into action is making sure that you're on the leaderboard to have success club points in your first month of being a coach. And it's getting one person, right? So since we're all starting this again, get on the board this month. I think we've all like gotten to this point, and then we'll get into this next group, which is the boss badge. So this is all pretty simple. The reason that we're doing this too is think about when you first start, and like think about the trainings that we do with you guys versus the trainings that you do when you're a coach for 6 months. There's just a different level. So what you'll start seeing in these groups, in addition to this, like these are your daily activities, you'll start seeing trainings that are catered to the level of the group that we're in. So the girls that are not an Emerald coach yet, maybe, or maybe you're an Emerald coach and you just haven't gotten through the training if you're like Emerald in 24 hours, but making sure that we are catering to you. That's really why we're doing this, so that we're not overwhelming new coaches and we're not boring coaches that have been doing this for a long enough time that they understand the basics. So boss badge. So this is that second level. So after you've gone through coach training, after you've gotten your first success club points, after you really, really know like the ins and outs of the business and you're practicing those 4 vital behaviors on the daily, this is kind of just the next step above. So we're doing all of the same things, right? We're still doing our workout. We're drinking our shake. We're doing the meal plan. We are working on our personal development. We're continuing to do our Instagram posts on stories. But this, you're going to kind of level up in getting new people into your network. You're contacting more people. You're reaching out to more people. You're following really honestly like double the amount of people that you're probably following initially, for 2 reasons. One, because when you're in this group to get to the next group, you're basically saying you want to do the work. If you want to stay in this group forever, totally cool. Do it forever. But doing these activities every day is what will get you to the next group and will really level up your business. So you should be contacting more people. You should be adding more people. And you know what? It probably is going to take you less time because you probably have developed a system in that first 30 to 45 to 60 days of your business that it takes you the same amount of time, and you're just able to reach out to more people. That you are sending more messages on Facebook because you have more people to follow up with, that you are sending coach invites. That's another big difference of this group. So we're contacting more people, and we're making sure that we have 3 coaches in every sneak peek that we do. That you are sending and you're upping your challenge group invites, that you're upping your follow-ups because you have more people to follow up with. And that's it. It's just the simple things. It's just adding more people, and also making sure you're inviting people to our sneak peek. And then the other difference in this group of like the check mark, those are your daily activities. So here's your things that you need to check off before you're bumped up to the next group of the influencer badge, is that you have your schedule and routine and you've like got it on lockdown. So I know we've talked about like, oh my gosh, we have power hours. We have, what are we doing? Like, what am I doing? How do I schedule this? I think that's a very like, we constantly are reevaluating and re-going through what our schedule looks like. You need to have it locked down at this point. You need to have your schedule. You have your daily tasks. You know what you should be doing every day, and you should be able to look at your day and schedule it out ahead of time, where you're not just like running through life and like, oh my gosh, I have 30 minutes of karate. I didn't know I was going to sit here and have 30 minutes. Like, I know it in advance. I should know what I'm doing when I'm sitting there with my phone and nothing else to do, right? So just know what you should be doing and have a plan. And you're committed to doing your power hour every single day. You are tracking everything because you've had the tracker. You're developing the tracker this first group, right? Like, we're kind of working on getting the basics in round 1 so that in this group, You really can just put it to use. And you should be running your own challenge groups at this point. If you're not, maybe you're running it with another coach, but you should feel comfortable. You have enough people in your groups that you can do them yourself. You can create them yourself. And the other thing is you are consistently going to be hitting 10 Success Club points every month. So once you do it for 3 months in a row, then you can bump up to the next group. Some of you have already done that. So it's kind of like check, okay, check. Let's move on. And some other things in this group we haven't done. And then the other thing is that you're not only an emerald, you're a strong emerald. So you have 2 coaches on each side. So that will just make sure that we say when you become diamond, you want to solidify your diamond, you want to solidify your emerald before we move you on to the next group of the people that really want to go diamond. So again, we create this so that the trainings in this group will be a little bit more different. I want to say this group is actually what she called like the marketing group, or is that the influencer badge?
I think this one was marketing.
Okay. So this, and I think she labeled it the marketing group because this is the group that will start talking about specific ways of who are you targeting and how are you talking to them. We'll talk more about social media growth. We'll talk more about specifics on specific, this is where the app thing would come in. Like all of the questions that we get of like, what app are you using? What's going on? How are you doing those stories? Like a lot of the trainings that we would typically do in like whatever fashion on our old page, that's where these trainings will be, is in this group. So it'll just streamline everything a little bit more. You'll know where to find it. And at this point in your business is really when you need to worry about it. So major things in this group, you're hitting Success Club 10 consistently, and you have 4 coaches on your team. So after you get to that point from this group, you'll graduate and land in the influencer badge. So the influencer group is kind of the same thing, right? Like we're doing the same things every day from when you sign up as day 1 or you've been doing this for 5 years and you're a 15-star diamond. You're doing everything, but let me go into the daily tasks first. We didn't create it.
Daily tasks in there. Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about it. Oh, I know why, because we said we weren't going to talk about this one.
Yeah.
Just kidding. It's here.
This is just the next level group that's top secret right now.
This is like all of our, this is coming, guys. We'll talk about it when we get there. Yeah, so that's it. But honestly, like, I feel like, what do you guys think? Like, unmute yourselves and tell us what you think. Because we are just thinking, like, we're trying to eliminate, like, let's do this emerald group, and then let's do this diamond pusher group, and then let's do this, and let's do this. This really allows you to work at the pace you want to work at, and then put in the work. So basically, like, you're saying you want to do something, and this is you actually doing it. And when you do it, then we move on and get to the next level. What do you guys think?
I love it, you guys. I think it's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's totally streamlined. And like for me, I feel like I have not only a direction for myself, but then I feel comfortable with different levels of coaches, because I feel like for me, I've got like one coach that is like kind of sort of wanting to build the business, but yet, you know, it's kind of like lukewarm. And so sometimes for me, I struggle with like how much effort and where to plug in things for her so that she doesn't feel so overwhelmed. And then this way she would really have control of that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
So Nicole, can you explain what it means for the team to be 5-star elite? So for us, like when we are a diamond coach and then we have 5 diamond coaches underneath us, that makes our team a 5-star elite team because we have 5 diamonds on our team. Does that make sense? So like Nicole, you go diamond and then you have 2 diamonds on one leg and 3 diamonds on the next leg, and you'll be 5-star elite. So it sounds really fancy, but it's pretty simple. Honestly, it's pretty simple and it's pretty obtainable actually when you break it down like that. There's another question, Nicole, when you check in with challengers, how frequently do I check in with individuals? So I will, when I'm saying check in every single day, like making sure you're checking in your group every day. And then I always follow up individually with my challengers who don't send me an update. So the ones who reach out to me who are like, here's my measurements, here's my change, here's whatever. And then everybody who doesn't, that's my day to be like, hey, how are you doing? How are you feeling? And you can log. That's another reason I like doing the Nike thing, because it forces you to look at what they've logged and what they've done. And it's a good day to be like, hey, it's check-in day. So you're not being pushy and you're still asking them.
Yeah, that I do the same thing. I just make kind of Sunday, like everybody's kind of check-in day with their progress and stuff, and just reach out to those that I haven't heard from.
Yeah.
I do too. There was another question. Oh no, just some comments. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm hopeful that this will give you guys just kind of like a kind of one place to go for not only resources, but just kind of community with other coaches that are on the same page. One thing that I wanted to reiterate is kind of what Farrell was talking about. For those of you that are really early on in your business, you're probably not thinking about this. You're probably just focused on, okay, that's the group that I need to be in. This is what I need to be working on, which is exactly what you should be focused on. But kind of longer term speaking, or just, maybe even just 30 days down the road speaking, as you start to grow and build your team, these resources are for your team too. So like the second that you sign up a new coach who wants to work the business, they get added to, this LEAP badge group. And then with the second they have a coach that, wants to start working the business, they get added to the LEAP badge group. So, and then they get to advance through the groups as well. So although this is, yes, specifically for like everybody who's on the call listening to this call right now, as you start to grow and build your business, just know that all of these systems and these groups that we're putting in place are like duplicatable for a reason, because we want growing your business and your team of coaches to be just as easy as, what these groups essentially are. A bunch of stuff. Yes, consistency is key for show. I'm sure like some of you, especially newer coaches, when you hear the word consistency, you probably just want to like close your ears because whenever you ask any coach in the business who is advancing in rank or growing their business or doing really well in Success Club, if you ask them what their big top secret is, it's literally going to be consistency and the 4 vital behaviors for sure. If you just do those every single day over and over, your business will grow for sure. I didn't see any other questions. Do you guys, Mallory, do you have anything else to add, or anybody else have anything they want to say?
No, I'm just excited to have it. I know we've talked about it for a couple of weeks, so I think it's good. I think it's a good system. So I'm hoping we can all jump in, and I think it's going to be a good place also for you guys to like share insight and trainings and stuff that you come across as well.
Yes, for sure. Should we be adding our new coaches to these groups, or do we start our own? Use these groups, right, Mallory?
Yeah.
Yeah, but these groups are for like our personally sponsored coaches, their personally sponsored coaches. Like these groups can get as huge. Hopefully they will get huge, because that means that all of our coaches are adding new coaches and their coaches are adding new coaches. And so it goes down to infinite levels. Like this is team wide, which means everybody in our downlines for sure.
If it gets to the point that it's so overwhelmingly huge, which I hope it does, then we'll figure out if we need to like split it up.
Yes, for sure. And then one other thing that I wanted to say was kind of moving forward from here. I know that, like Mallory and I we have those coaches that we talk to like on a daily or kind of an every other day or even like a weekly basis that we know to put in the LEAP badge group. However, if you maybe haven't talked with your upline, whether it's myself, Mallory, Farrell, Nicole, whoever it is, reach out to that coach and ask to be put in the LEAP badge group. I think that that's kind of like taking some ownership over like, yes, I'm ready to, start the process of growing my business at whatever pace that may be. And just to make sure that we get everybody added that wants to be added. Farrell, yes, team page, totally still active. Team page is just going to kind of, and you've probably kind of seen it transition to more of this. It's kind of like a more generalized like team call, national wake up call. If a coach kind of has like a general question on, like somebody asked some questions about Shakeology or programs, just kind of like a more generalized community space. Whereas these groups are going to be specifically focused towards training those specific coaches. Is each coach responsible for moving the individual forward? Mallory, I'll let you take that one. Nicole's asking if she adds a coach to the group who meets all of the LEAP badge requirements, will she be responsible for moving them forward to the boss badge group? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So just be sure, you'll want to be sure that as you start adding coaches to the badge groups that you're kind of tracking. I don't like saying tracking, but you know what I mean? Like keeping tabs on who you're adding, because part of, as you move into the boss badge group, which you will probably be in the boss badge group before you start adding lots of coaches to the LEAP badge group, just because that's kind of how the objectives align. If you're adding, lots of coaches to the new coach training, you're probably in the boss badge group. And one of those daily action behaviors is checking in with your coaches and challengers. So that's kind of like, we'll just go hand in hand with that. You'll want, to just kind of keep track of all of your coaches, where they're at, what badge group they're in, kind of how they're doing with their training, so that you can be sure you're moving them forward. For sure. For those of you that are a little bit further along in your business.
And it's easy to track your stuff, Nicole. As you guys, like when we're posting our team weekly updates, it's really easy just to see like your downline and how their points and everything are. So and I bet you the person that's getting to that point is going to be on top of it anyways.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they're probably going to be like, move me on. And we'll use these groups to, like additional recognition. So like when one of your coaches kind of graduates from the LEAP badge group to the boss badge group, you can create like a little fun graphic and celebrate them, moving on and kind of graduating to the next badge. So we'll use it for celebration and recognition as well, too. All righty. Cool. Well, if you guys have any questions, be sure to reach out to your upline, post in the team page. I'm going to try to get this recording posted to our team page tonight. And then be sure to let your upline coach know that you want in that LEAP badge group, because it is October 1st and we are like hitting the ground running this month with so much goodness. So the sooner the better. And then stay on the lookout in the team page for coffee chat details for Saturday morning, where we're really going to kind of plan and iron out October. Good. I'm glad it was helpful, Nicole. Awesome. You guys have a great rest of your Monday evening, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye, guys. Kyla, it's so good seeing you. I just had to say that. Bye, guys.